First thing I want to show is that there are two spindles on the top of the sewing machine that are used to put the thread on. You have to grab these tightly, use a rubber glove or something if it's hard to grip onto. The one that is toward, we'll call this the sewing end of the machine. That one you can pull up, and that's where the thread from this is going to be placed, and eventually it'll go through the machine and into the sewing needle. The one that's toward the control end of the machine we can pull up, and that is what we're going to use to put thread onto this. So this spindle will have thread that eventually goes to wind the bobbin. The bobbin's going to be put here. That's what I'm going to show now. So you should have these bobbins, metal with a whole bunch of holes in it, okay? So if you select what you want to be the thread for the bobbin, so actually I think I'm going to put this blue thread on it, okay? So this thread is going to wind up here. Now what I like to do is take the end of the thread. You have to put it like inside. From the inside, it's going to go through one of these holes. Okay? From inside, in between the two ends of the spool, the bobbin spool, we're going to go through one of those holes so you can hold that thread. Okay? So Michael, can you zoom in?
Mm-hmm.
It's going through like that. Okay, then I keep the thread out of the way, put it on this little spindle, push it down. You'll hear a click. Just have to. It was like a spring boing. Now this thing then, with my thumb, I push it toward the control end. See, the purpose of this is just to monitor how much thread will go onto the bobbin. So I'm going to push the bobbin over. Did you hear that? So again, when I eventually will want to take the bobbin off, I'll push it to my left sitting here. But now in order to wind the bobbin, I will push it to the right. Okay? And the thread's coming up through it. I'm just going to drop that for a minute. On the control end, there's a wheel inside the larger wheel. This determines if the needle is operable or not operable. So when I turn this inner wheel toward me, okay, it's going to make the sewing needle inoperable. That will not move. This bobbin will spin. Okay? When I turn it away from me, in that direction away from me, it locks. That will make the needle will work and the bobbin will not spin. Right now we want to wind the bobbin, so I'm turning this inside wheel toward me. Okay? And on mine, I don't know if it'll be like that, but there's this little screw. It winds up kind of pointing up. I'm not sure that that's always true, but it's true right now. So then what I do is I'm going to hold this thread up, okay? You have to turn, oh, my phone is ringing. You have to turn the sewing machine on, which I have not done yet. The light will be on. And then when I press the presser foot, this is going to start to spin and thread will come off of the spool. I'm not sure it's important which way the spool itself is put, the spool of thread is loaded on that spindle. Meaning if the thread is coming off this side or that. I'm not sure that matters. Let's see. So now I'm going to put my foot on the presser foot and the bobbin will start to spin. I hold this up and eventually it'll come off. And sometimes I just push my finger down. I can see how much, where the thread is going on the bobbin. And I use this to my finger out here to kind of even out that, like, all the thread won't be loaded at the top or the bottom. Okay, now it stopped. We're going to pause there.